If you're a business owner, YouTube needs to be your main priority in 2026. No other platform comes even close to being as effective at getting you high-ticket clients consistently, which is why I'm making this course to show you exactly how to build a YouTube content system that consistently brings you pre-sold qualified sales calls every month without burdening yourself creating content.
But first, why should you listen to me? Well, I've invested thousands into learning how to use YouTube to get clients from some of the biggest agencies and coaching programs in this space. And I have a couple of invoices here just to prove it, but I spent, $4,000 on Amen's program, $6,000 on Boris Potsy's program. I've even bought Jason Cooperson's and Vince Oprah's courses, and I've used all the knowledge I learned from them to generate over $300,000 in client revenue through YouTube. And I also actively use all the knowledge I'm about to give you to scale my own agency and get clients through YouTube. So unlike other agencies, I actually practice what I preach. So why should YouTube be your main number one business priority in 2026? Well, there's countless major benefits to posting on YouTube, and I can even make a whole video about them, but these are just some of the benefits. Which is first, it will make every client acquisition method of yours 10 times more effective. Because when prospects find out about you from cold DMs or emails or your Instagram ads or reels, referrals, and they see your YouTube video, they see your whole process, results you've gotten, they see that you actually know what you're talking about, and they build a connection with you. Well, now they're 10 times more likely to reach out to you and book a call with you and invest in your service. And also, YouTube attracts the highest quality leads out of any platform, just because on most other platforms, people come across you while they're doom scrolling, like on Instagram or TikTok or X. However, when they find you on YouTube, usually it's because they were actively searching for a problem. And then when they searched up the problem, your video came up. And then they also have the attention span to sit there and spend 10, 30, 60 plus minutes and watch YouTube to learn how to fix their problems and scale their business, which is why YouTube leads are the highest quality and they're the easiest to convert into paying clients, and they're the easiest to get results for and get case studies out of. Another major, very underrated benefit of posting on YouTube is the fact that it will boost client retention. Because when current clients keep seeing your videos talking about, results you've gotten for other clients, how to get results with your method, and why your method is the best approach out there, well, they're constantly being reminded of why they hired you in the first place, and they're being sold on keeping you on retainer. And by the way, I've noticed this with my own agency as well. As soon as I started posting more YouTube videos, and I noticed that my clients started staying with me for a few months longer than usual, which is thousands of dollars in extra revenue. So it is a very major benefit. And also, every YouTube you make is a permanent asset that will keep selling on your behalf 24/7 for the next couple of years or even decades to come. Because each YouTube video will keep introducing new people to your funnel and selling them on your service. Another major benefit is that YouTube is owned by Google, which means that anytime someone Googles a problem, your videos will likely come up. And also, when someone finds out about you from cold outreach, X, Instagram, etc., and they decide to Google you, well, the first thing that's going to come up is your YouTube. That adds a lot of credibility. And there's countless other benefits, such as YouTube is the world's second largest search engine, and YouTube videos can be used for client onboarding or as an extra resource for clients. And also, it can single-handedly handle all your marketing needs, so that all you have to do is upload YouTube videos so that you can get more book calls in to your calendar for your offer. And also, once you're posting YouTube for a while and you build a lot more authority, you'll get sponsorships, event invitations to speak as a host, and attract connections with other successful entrepreneurs in your niche and networking with them. Also, as a business owner, YouTube only has two jobs within your business, which is first to prove that your business model or mechanism is the best one on the market and is superior to competitors, and it's the one most worthy of your client's attention and time. And the second is to prove that you're the best person to help them get the desired results by implementing said mechanism or business model. And in order to do this, you'll have to take them through a funnel to achieve this. I'll show you a concrete example in a second, but by the way, this is the same one that all the biggest info sellers, coaches, and agencies are using to scale their business on YouTube. It's the same one that Amin Gadji, TJR, Ryan Pineda, Eddie Cumberbatch, and most likely your biggest competitors are using to scale their business within your niche. So first, you want to make educational or action-based videos around your business model or your mechanism. And top of funnel videos only have two roles, which is first, get qualified views and subscribers, and to also sell people on your business model and why it's the best one out there. And each top of funnel video should only deliver like one clear lesson per video. And also you shouldn't be making hard call to actions to work with you in top of funnel videos. Instead, you want to have a call to action to go to your next step of your funnel, which is ideally going to be a free 30 to 60 minute course or longer if you can. And in this course, you just want to give away as much free value as possible while also gatekeeping a bit so that people have a reason to buy like what you're selling. You also want to position your free course as like a valuable resource or like a lead magnet. And like you can also collect the emails in exchange for that free course on your top of funnel videos or even your other platforms like Instagram and whatever. And then after that, you want to make bottom of funnel videos where you're sharing your client results through case study interviews. And these will get you the least views but the most sales. Because like now people who saw your like whole process and saw your other videos, now they can see like the results your process will actually get. And for your client interviews, you just want to expose where your clients were before joining you and after joining your program in how much time. For example, like whatever your biggest case study is, let's say if someone went from 2K a month to 50K a month within 30 days of joining your program. You wanna make sure they mention that within the first 30 seconds. And you also want to have them explain all the steps they took to get those results. And once the interview is done, you want to embed it in your landing page and your pre-call emails. That way, whenever anyone books a call with you, they've seen results you've gotten and they know that like you're qualified to help them. And here's a live example of this exact funnel in action. And this is TGR, by the way. This guy makes $1.2 million a month selling a day trading coaching program. And if you look at his videos, first he'll post a lot of top of funnel videos such as this, which is like well edited videos where he gives like kind of basic advice. And then he will have his viewers click the link in his description for his free course, which is like super in depth and it's 35 hours long. And if you look at this video, it has 2.3 million views. It's insane. It's literally like the second most viewed video on his channel. And the reason it performed so well compared to his other videos is because he literally funnels down all his following and viewers into this one course. Because when someone spends like 30, 60 minutes, 5 hours watching your free course and like learning your process and taking in this much free value, they're most likely going to book a call with you and invest in your service. Because like this, like its main job is just to like pre-sell the shit out of the audience. And that's what you got to do with your free course as well. And then from the bottom funnel, it's just like a simple client interview where he just meets up with one of his clients and shows how he went from $0 to $93K in 90 days. And I promise you, by the way, it's not just TJR. If you look at all the biggest like agencies, coaches, info sellers, they're all using the same funnel to make their sales. And it's what you should be doing too. So now that I have a good understanding of the long-term strategy, now you gotta understand how to actually create a YouTube video. And I'm about to walk you through literally everything from, how to get video ideas to the scripting to recording, thumbnails, video editing, and SEO.
By the way, if you want me to take care of all your content creations, that all you have to do is just record 1 hour a week. Just click the first link in the description.
So before creating any video, the first step is always going to be the ideation, thinking of the video idea and title. And for whatever title you come up with, you always want to make sure the key parts of it are within the first 50, 60 characters, because anything beyond that will get cropped on iPhones. Like for example, if you look at my title here, this is one of my previous videos, land $3,000 plus clients with this Instagram funnel, step by step. This part here is going to get cropped out just because it's too long, but that's okay because all the main bits are here within the first like 50 characters. So you always want to make sure the important bits are within that range. And the first and main way you should be getting video ideas is just by analyzing your indirect competitors and getting an idea of the kind of video ideas that actually perform. And you want to take inspiration from them while adding your own info and spin. For example, this video I found right here, give me 58 seconds, improve your Facebook ads ROAS. If you search it up, this video, by the way, got like 50K views, which is insanely good for such a niche down video. And because I saw it did pretty well, that this kind of video idea performed well, I made my own version, Give me 10 minutes, I'll 2x your Instagram revenue. And as you can see, like, it is the same video idea, but like I completely changed it up, different niche, like different timestamp, etc. So you always want to like adding your own info and stuff. And of course, you should only be taking inspiration, not actually copy pasting, because that's a bad idea. The other thing is you also want to make videos around your most common sales objections. That way you just face them less when you hop on calls and people show up to your calls like pre-sold without objections. Another major benefit is anytime you face those common objections in the DMs, you can just send them a link to the video you made around that, or you can have your appointment setter send a link to that video. For example, if a common objection you face is, I don't have the money to invest in real estate, assuming you're a real estate coach, you can send them a video about how to get into real estate with only $10,000 in the bank. And if they don't have that kind of money, then you already know that they're unqualified, so that's whatever. And or if, let's say, a common objection of yours is, I don't have the time to invest in real estate. Well, you can make a video about, how to make 10K a month investing in real estate while only spending 3 hours a week, stuff like that. You just want to make videos around your most common sales objections. I also made a list of 10 proven video ideas that I've noticed that are performing now. You can also grab them from the description. All right, so now that you have the video idea, now it's time to actually script out the video. And for the intro, you always want to script it out and read it for word. And you always want to promise a clear outcome and build credibility with social proof. So for example, if you make a video about how to make 10K a month by investing in real estate, your hook can be something like, I'm about to show how to make 10K a month in 30 days by investing in real estate. And it's the same simple strategy that my client Dylan used to hit $200,000 his first year investing in real estate. And it's the same one John used to flip a house and make $5,000 with just one house flip in his first month. Deliver a clear outcome and then show proof that your process actually works. And if you're B2C, then you also, on top of that, you want to vividly describe your ICP's pain points and twist the knife. For the same example I gave, you could say, so if you're tired of getting poor because all the money you have saved up is burning from inflation and you're losing out on a lot of money you could have made by investing in real estate, this video will show you how to fix all of that and build a profitable real estate portfolio. And that's if you're B2C. However, if you're B2B, you just want to keep the intro max 30 seconds and just dive straight into the body. And you don't have to go all in on describing the client's pain points. If you're B2B, really all you need is just to promise a clear outcome, give social proof, and just get into the body right away. And also for the intro, you always want to record it as a talking head video where your face covers the whole screen. Even if your body is a Loom presentation just like this, you always want to just have a talking head intro. And then for the body, you never want to script word for word. Unlike the hook, you always want to have bullet points instead and just free flow off of them. And also, something a lot of people miss is you always want to have a second call to action at the 20 to 30% mark of the video, or 20% into the video, just because most people will click off by then. So you got to make sure they actually listen to your call to action. And as I was saying earlier, you do want to script your body as bullet points just so that you don't sound robotic. Because if you sit there and spend a whole hour reading off a script for a YouTube video, you are going to sound robotic. So you always want to just use bullet points. And it will also save you a lot of time and allow you to elaborate and go deeper into topics as needed. And also here's a reference of exactly what I mean. So for the intro, it should be word for word. And then for the body, it's just bullet points. And you just want to free flow off of those. And then you also want to show social proof whenever you can during the body. If you're B2B, Loom recordings like this work really, really well. I'd also recommend use something like Gamma, which is this document you're looking at right now. And then using Cloth to just help fill in the body, kind of everything that's here. And if you're B2C, don't even worry about that. If you're B2C, you're much better off just making talking head videos and having good edits in there. Because that just tends to perform a lot better with B2C, which is why you see Amin Gadji, Eddie Cumberbatch, all those guys, they're always recording talking head videos. And then for the outro, it should be again word for word. And you also want to re-promise again that they're going to get the desired outcome if they follow your plan perfectly. However, you do want to address all the problems that they're going to face and all the obstacles, and just position your service as the solution to all those obstacles that they're going to face. And you also want to have 2 call to actions. With YouTube, you can always have 2. For example, you can make a call to action to book a call with you from the first link in the description, and then make a second call to action to subscribe to your channel or to watch another YouTube video of yours. And by the way, promoting other YouTube videos is a really good idea, because when YouTube sees you keeping people on the platform, they will push even more viewers to your channel. So now that you have the video scripted, now you're actually going to record it. And this is the stage where you record the video and also take a picture with you like smiling for the thumbnail, and you want to do both of them at the same setting. I'll go over this quick. Audio is the most important part of any video. You always want to make sure you have good audio, and I heavily recommend the Hollyland Lork M2, which is the one I'm using right now, and I'm not affiliated by them, by the way. It's also extremely crucial that you invest in good lighting. If your lighting is bad, your footage will look blurry no matter what. So always invest in a good lighting kit, and you can use this one I linked here. And for cameras, iPhones work great. That's really all you need. And then for the background setup, if you're B2C, it's very crucial that you invest into having a nice aesthetically pleasing background, or something that just shows you off as premium. Just because like you're supposed to be selling you the dream with your content. Like, to have a nice background, ideally you just want to get inspiration from others. Just getting ideas from other backgrounds that you like. And if you're B2B, your background doesn't matter at all, to be honest. Like, all you really need is good lighting and audio, and just making sure your info is actually good and valuable. Because like most business owners, they just care that like you actually solve their problem. They don't care about like nice edits or a nice background or that kind of stuff. And the most important part is how to actually read out the scripts. And you never want to memorize any of your scripts. Instead, you want to have a teleprompter, or like have your script nearby and read line by line for the intro and hook, and just take multiple takes if needed, and just have your editor cut out the bad takes. However, for the body, you always want to have bullet points and just free flow off of them, like just like I told you earlier, because it prevents you from sounding robotic. It allows you to speak more naturally and elaborate on topics whenever you need. And it will save you a lot of time on both the scripting and the recording part, just because it'll take you a lot longer if you have to read off of a script perfectly for your videos. And you just want to think of it as a real life presentation, because if you're presenting in real life, you're not going to be reading anything word for word. Instead, what you're most likely going to be doing is just having bullet points on your hand or on the screen, and just like presenting and free flowing off of those bullet points. So once the video is recorded, now you're gonna have your thumbnail done. And the thumbnails are extremely crucial, because even if your video is a 10 out of 10, it is not gonna perform if no one clicks on it. And I strongly just recommend that you hire a thumbnail designer or an agency to do it for you. And these are the best practices for thumbnails, which is, first, you always want to add 4 words or less to each thumbnail to provide more context to the title. And you want to make sure they're big, bold, and easy to read. Just because most people on iPhone are not going to be able to see the text if it's small, just because like thumbnails are much smaller on iPhones. And here's a good example. Like, if you look at this video, this is the title: land $3,000 plus clients with this Instagram funnel. If you look at it, like I mean, first of all, the words are like very big and clear. And also, like, it adds on to the title, but it's not the same title, you know? Like, it's not, I'm not copy pasting this. It should be different, you know? Make sure it's not the exact same thing. And you always want to make sure the graphics actually add to the video, and you want to make sure there's not too much. You're not actually putting too much traffic in the thumbnail. Like, for example, for this video, if I wanted to, I could have easily had like a striped screenshot of like a $3,000 plus payment and a pile of cash in the background. But I did it just because I want to like make the thumbnail and the idea of the thumbnail just clear, and not like putting too much stuff. And you also want to always add your face, and just adding your face just makes it a lot more clickable than faceless thumbnails. And then in terms of the video editing, you always want to cut out the bad takes, the ahs, stuff like that. You always want to make sure the intro and outro are well edited with like cool animations and stuff, to make sure people actually don't click off. Just because like in the intro, like the first 30 seconds when people will decide if they want to watch or not. So you want to make sure you really sell them on the video within the first 30 seconds. And like having nice edits just really helps with retaining them to that point. However, for the body, the editing style just depends more on who you're targeting. For example, if you're targeting business owners, if you're B2B, you really don't need any crazy animations. If you're B2B, all you really need for the body is just cutting like all the fluff, all the arms, bad takes, etc. Also, you could just have a screen recording like this and just like providing actual value, because that's the only thing a B2B audience is gonna care about, that like your info is actually good and will help solve their problem. They don't care about flashy edits and that kind of stuff. However, if you sell info, or like you're a coach, you always want to just have like make the whole video talking heads, and have like fast pacing, crazy animations and that kind of stuff. Just because when you're making talking head videos, it's a lot easier to connect with the audience and keep them engaged and build trust with them, just because there's a lot more of an emotional aspect when it comes to selling info and coaching. And also, if you value your time at any more than $15, you should not be editing whatsoever. Even if it's simple like cutting fluff and that stuff, like you should just be delegating it ASAP and putting your time into other stuff, like actually creating the content and taking on sales calls and that kind of stuff. So now the final step is actually posting the video and taking care of the SEO. So as I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure the important bits are within the first 50 characters. And also the first link in your description to be your primary call to action, which is most likely going to be to just book a call with you or to view your course, your free course. And then you also want to give a summary in the description of what the video is about while using as many relevant keywords as possible. That way, it's more likely to get searched up. And then also, I always heavily recommend that you add chapter marks, which is kind of like this, by the way, because it improves SEO. And also, whenever viewers get bored at any point of the video, they can just skip ahead instead of like clicking off the whole video, which is a lot better. So it helps retain viewers. And it also shows them that your video is actually organized. So they're more likely to actually give their time to it. And by the way, if you want to make chapter marks, you do it like this by just like putting in stamps in the description and the name of each section. Another thing a lot of people miss is you always want to copy paste your call to action to the comments and you want to pin it. Your pinned comment should be a call to action because most people look at the comments but not the description. I actually got this from Alex Hormozi himself. Right? Like if you look at any Alex Hormozi video, the pinned comment is always his call to actions from the video. So you always want to do that just because like most people are gonna look in the comments but not look at the description. Now once the video is all done and everything, now to get like maximum results with YouTube and get the most out of it, you want to integrate it with all your marketing efforts and you want to share it to like your other platforms and stuff. And you always want to use deep links when promoting your YouTube. You want to use stuff like URL Genius or LinkedIn to like deep link the YouTube video. There's so many ways to share your YouTube videos to your ICP. If you have a big email list, you want to promote your YouTube there. And this is an example. This is Daniel Fazio, by the way. He makes like 700, 800K a month. You can see like how he promotes his YouTube videos in his emails. And if you're on Instagram, you also want to promote it there. You want to make stories around it and also make reels around it. And you can make like a call to action to comment a keyword in exchange for a YouTube video. That way, every person who comments is now a possible lead. Like everyone here, now they're a possible lead if they're actually qualified. I'll DM them. And then also like every comment boosts the algorithm because Instagram sees that like people are interacting with the video. So now you get even more views and you get more people hooked onto your YouTube. If you're an X, you can make the same thing, like an auto DM, like make a tweet promoting your YouTube and like just have people comment in exchange for it. And it's the same idea. You get more comments, more views, and you're filtering out more possible leads. And you also can promote it on LinkedIn. And this is an example I found of someone who has a bunch of client interviews linked to his channel. And you can also put in your free course on LinkedIn. And you just want to promote your YouTube in general on other platforms, especially your free course and your client interviews. You want to promote as much as you can. So yeah, that was a lot of info I just dumped onto you. Just to sum it up, I want to give you the next steps to get an ROI off of YouTube ASAP. And first, you want to create a free course that's 30 to 60 minutes long. If you can, even longer would be great. And you want to give away as much free value as possible. And also, if you're selling coaching, you can also gatekeep a bit just so that like people have a reason to actually buy your program. You don't have to give away everything, but you do want to give away a lot of free value. And if you're on a done-for-you agency, you want to give away as much. You want to give out everything. Give out like as much sauce as you can. And you want to just sell the implementation because like as a done-for-you agency, like the biggest benefit of your service is the fact that you're doing it for them. It doesn't take much time commitment on them. And then once you have that free course, you just want to promote it as heavily as possible by like sharing it on Instagram, X, LinkedIn, your email list. Maybe like if you have any cold leads, you can DM them with the YouTube video to like nudge them into booking a call with you. And then you want to create more client case study interviews or breakdowns with your biggest client results. And you also want to embed those client interviews on your landing page and pre-call emails. That way, everyone who has seen your free course, now they can see people who have gotten results using your info and just know for sure that like your process actually works and that like it'll work for them as well. Therefore, like you're actually worth investing into.
If you're an established business owner and you apply all the knowledge I've given you in this video and make 4 YouTube videos a month, I can guarantee you'll sign 2 to 6 clients within 30 days or even more if you have a lot of case studies or you have a larger platform outside of YouTube. At this point though, you have 2 options. Try and implement all of this yourself, spend the time, headache, and effort into managing your video editor, thinking of video ideas, scripting the videos, recording, optimizing SEO, just to not get any results because you messed something up. Or option 2, book a call from the first link in the description to work with me and have me take care of everything for you so that all you have to do is just record 1 hour a week. Whether you work with me or do it yourself, you gotta get started on YouTube immediately. Or else your competitors will see your future clients because they hopped on YouTube first. If you found this video useful, subscribe for more, and thanks for your time. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.